Hi viewers, welcome to the most important world news bulletin. Sudan evacuees in Saudi operation reach almost 5,000. Saudi Arabia has carried out the biggest evacuation from Sudan since the start of its operation when a ship carrying 20 Saudi citizens and 1,866 nationals of other countries arrived in Jeddah on Saturday. The new batch of arrivals brought the number of evacuees since the start of the kingdom's mission to 4,879 people, made up of 139 Saudi citizens and 4,738 nationals of other countries including Australia, Germany, UK, and Netherlands, Rwanda, and Egypt, reported by Saudi Foreign Ministry. United Nations staff were also among those evacuated from Sudan on Saturday. The kingdom worked to provide all the necessary needs of foreign nationals in preparation for facilitating their departures to their countries. Indian Prime Minister Mr. Modi thanks Australian counterpart for hosting next Quad summit in Australia. Prime Minister Narendra Modi thanked the Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese for hosting the next Quad summit in Sydney, Australia. Thank you for hosting the next Quad summit in Sydney, which will bolster our effort to ensure a free, open, and inclusive Indo Pacific. I look forward to my visit and discussion on strengthening Quad collaboration across domains to advance our positive agenda. Saudis no longer need visa to enter Singapore from 1st January 2023. Riyadh, the Singapore embassy in Riyadh announced that Saudi citizens who have valid passport will no longer need to apply for a visa to enter Singapore from June 1st, 2023. The embassy tweeted that holders of Saudi diplomatic passport are already exempted from Singapore visa requirements. All other Saudi nationals need to apply for entry visa if they intend to enter Singapore before June 1, and there will be exemption for the entry visa requirement from the beginning of June. The embassy emphasized that there will be no refund for visa processing fee for those who have already submitted application. Indian Adani Group Hindenburg Grove SEBI moves Supreme Court seeking extension of time to complete probe. SEBI has asked the Supreme Court to grant an extension of time by 6 months to complete its probe into Adani Group of companies accused of accounting fraud and brazen stock manipulation as per January 25 report by the US short seller firm Hindenburg. Market regulator was told by the top court on March 2 to expeditiously conclude the investigation within 2 months and file a status report. However, in its application, SEBI said in order to arrive at verified findings, it would be just expedient and in the interest of justice that the court extends time at least by 6 months to conduct and conclude a proper investigation as directed by its on March 2. Twin quakes jolt Nepal. No casualties reported thus far. According to a report by news agency ANI, the two earthquakes measuring 4.8 and 5.9 in magnitude had their epicenter in Bajuras Dhakot. Eurozone GDP grows 0.1% in first 3 months of 2023. The Eurozone economy lumbered forward in the first quarter, officially data showed Friday, expanding just 0.1% over the previous quarter as high inflation and interest rates weigh on activity. Germany, the Europe's biggest economy, saw growth stagnate at 0% over the previous quarter. Year on year, Germany was the only country in the single currency zone to record a contraction of 0.1%. For the European Union, overall GDP expanded 0.3% over the previous quarter, according to the figure from Eurostat. India-Russia agreed to boost long-standing defense ties. India and Russia agreed to strengthen their defense partnership in talks between their defense minister on Friday. The Indian government said, amid worries in New Delhi that the war in Ukraine was hurting its own military supplies from Moscow. Rajnath Singh and Sergei Shoigu held talks on the sideline of a Shanghai Cooperation Organization defense minister gathered in New Delhi. They acknowledged the unique, long lasting, and time tested relationship between India and Russia. MasterCard will expand its cryptocurrency payment card program by seeking more partnership with crypto firms. MasterCard has already partnered with crypto exchanges including Binance, Nexo, and Gemini to offer crypto linked payment cards in some countries. Binance cards allow users to make payments in traditional currencies funded by their cryptocurrency holding on the exchange. UAE Banks Federation approves 2023 strategy for banking sector development. The UAE Banks Federation recently held its annual general meeting chaired by Abdulaziz Al Ghurair, the chairman of the federation. During the meeting, the members approved the minutes of the annual general meeting held on 26th April 2022, along with the audit finance statement and the auditor's report for 2022. Absolved of any liabilities arising from their duties for the financial year ending 31st December 2022, and the auditors of 2023 were appointed. The AGM approved the objectives and strategic plans for 2023 presented by the UAE Banks Federation Board of Directors, which aim to develop the banking sector and strengthen its position under the supervision of the Central Bank of the UAE. The plan includes emiratisation with the goal of employing 5,000 UAE nationals by 2026 and working with the Emirates Institute of Banking and Financial Studies to design a training program to prepare future banking and financial sector leaders. 8-year-old, four others showed almost execution style in US Texas, according to cops. Investigation believes the gunman had been firing his AR-15 style gun in a neighboring yard when the victims asked him to stop as they were trying to get a baby to sleep, US media reported. Do join us by subscribing our channel for latest news and more updates.